evening and welcome to another edition of Hgp Sport. For today, Thursday, the second day in the month of May, I am Jaden Samuels. Thanks for joining us. In sports this evening, Guyana Football Federation, in collaboration with FIFA and the government of Guyana's Tourism Department, will host FIFA Development Conference for the first time, set for May 14 and 15 in Guyana. Stanford Howard tells us more.
The FIFA Development Conference was first adopted by the FIFA Congress in 2016, and it was to become a stepping stone for global football development. Guyana is now preparing to host the event for the first time. President of the Guyana Football Federation, Wayne Ford, said, with delegates from around the world expected to wash upon the shores of Guyana for our conference, one of the key focus areas will be to put together a comprehensive regional schools football program.
During that meeting, we had extensive discussion on the importance of schools football and the extent to which it can contribute to the overall development of the game throughout our region. Anyone involved in football would no doubt be aware of how important it is to identify talent in its earliest stage.
He added that the Federation have been working on a long-term strategic football plan for both primary and secondary schools and have reached out for support from FIFA in terms of training of local PE teachers. He said that the module is being developed to launch a secondary school league, and FIFA have already submitted a draft to CARICOM in terms of regional schools football program. Mitra Ram Kumar, president of the Tourism Hospitality Association of Guyana, noted it a remarkable event for the GFF as he explained how such an event will fit into the tourism vision. He noted that hosting events such like these adds to sports tourism, which is a huge market through which sports is unified. This, he said, has a huge following in terms of fans, including television rights and live streaming, and with that brings a tremendous amount of coverage.
Sense of MICE tourism, which is an acronym for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. So destinations position themselves as attractive for conferences and seminars. And so it fits in, this conference actually fits into that niche in the tourism sector. And so that is the partnership that you see us having, and we'll extend it beyond this conference.
Tourism Director General Donald Sinclair noted how pleased he is about the GFF being given the opportunity to host such an event in Guyana for the first time. He lamented that in recent years the tourism body has witnessed a decline in sports conference in Guyana.
Dear colleagues from the media, I would like to recognize the representative from our tourism family sharing the table with me this afternoon. The Guyana Football Federation, in partnership with FIFA, will host the FIFA Development Conference between May.
He added that the bright light is being shone on Guyana through sports, and they would like to zoom in on that for the world to see that Guyana has a lot to offer. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
In volleyball news, Guyana's male and female under-21 teams has arrived in French Guiana to compete in the Inter-Guyana Games. While the ladies are looking to dominate defending champions, the males will be going harder this year to ensure they keep the title. The two teams were accompanied by President of the Guyana Volleyball Federation, Levi Ned. Let's turn our attention to some cricket news. In the wake of the cricket upcoming World Cup, history and some World Cup statistics that will either be added to or maintained. Samuel Gillis tells us more.
The inaugural Icc Cricket World Cup Finals was held on the 21st of June 1975. This 2019 Icc Cricket World Cup is the 12th edition scheduled to be hosted by England and Wales from the 30th of May to 14th of July 2019. Sri Lanka's contingent of experienced older figures could be vital in ushering in them past the group stages. With an average age of 29.9, they are the oldest squad competing for the trophy in this edition. The youngest squad at this summer's Cricket World Cup is that of Pakistan, where the average age is 27.3, following closely by Afghanistan with 27.4. There have been 9 hat-tricks in World Cup since the first match in 1975. Lashith Malinga is the only one to have taken 2, including 4 wickets in 4 balls in 2007. Most matches won by any team is Australia. With 62 matches, New Zealand haven't won a World Cup yet, but comes in second on 48. New Zealand have made it to the Final 4 7 times, the latest being 2015. West Indies were the original powerhouses of one-day international cricket. They won the first edition of the World Cup in 1975 and 1979. Of the 71 matches played by the West Indies in the World Cup, they won 41 and lost 29 matches, and 1 match ended in no result. They have a win percentage of 58.57%. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
More cricket news. West Indies head into their first match in the Tri-Nations Series against Ireland on Sunday. The details in this report. The players arrived in Ireland last evening, where they will take on Bangladesh and Ireland in a series which will boost their chances at the upcoming World Cup. Assistant coach Roddy Estwick says the side will be looking to focus on winning and will use the upcoming tournament as part of their preparations for the Icc World Cup 2019 in England and Wales from May 30 to July 14. At the end of the Tri-Nation Series, West Indies will travel to England for a pre-World Cup camp. They will then have official World Cup warm-up matches against South Africa and New Zealand at the County Ground in Bristol on May 26 and 28 respectively. West Indies opened the World Cup against Pakistan on May 31 at Trent Bridge. West Indies have won the World Cup on 2 occasions in 1975 and 1979, both in England under the leadership of Clive Lloyd. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport. Still in cricket news, Icc with a slim lead to end day 2 against Demerara. Berbice stood strong with the bat in the first round of the hand-in-hand under-19 Intercounty 3-day tournament. Stanford Howard reports.
The second day of the Intercounty 3-day tournament had a lot of twists and turns. At Border Ground, Demerara, which ended day 1 with 162, reached 207 for 9 off 76 overs. Robin Williams, 42, and Alpheus Buki, 52, were the leading run scorers for Demerara, with an all-round contribution from Padish Balshun, Zakia Jodi, Yudhisthar Prasad, and Joel Spooner, all making double figures. Amit Prasad was the man behind the bowling attack for Icc, claiming 6 wickets for 69 runs from 31 overs to end Demerara's first innings. Icc second time around batting approach was different when the opening pair recorded 110, with Orlan Jali's score of 40 and Kevin Christian missing 1 shy of his half-century fell soon after. But the batting which followed wasn't impressive, as Amit Prasad 14 was the only double figure to get on the board. At Stumson Day 2, Icc were 155 for 9 from 59 overs to register at 24 runs lead. Spooner once again with the ball took 6 clubs for 53 runs. At Everest, the select on the 17 team continued from their overnight total to garner 218 all out from 71.4 overs. Kelvin Oopmar scored 5 for 55, and Junior Sinclair grabbed 2 for 32. Berbice in their second innings lodged 294 for 4 from 70 overs to gain a 201 runs lead. National under-19 player Alex Argoon scored a brilliant century to be unbeaten on 119 at stumps. Kelvin Anderson scored a 53, while Junior Sinclair and Sion Glasgow chipped in with 43 and 40 respectively. For Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
In boxing news, Guyana will be represented by 4 boxers when the Brian Lara 50th birthday competition punches off this evening in Trinidad and Tobago. Heading the list of Guyanese participants is Caribbean lightweight champion Jamal Eastman, commonly known as the Beast from Berbice. Eastman, the nephew of former world-rated middleweight Howard Eastman, hails from the Rose Hall Jammers Gym. Kelvin and Christopher Moore from the Icc Gym and Shamar Beaton of Ricola Gym will make up Team Guyana. Beaton is undefeated since commencing his amateur career earlier this year. Just last week, he held Guyana's flag high in Dominica when he won by technical knockout. The team will be accompanied by coaches Clifton Moore and Francisco Roldan. Today in sports history marks an incredible day for horse racing as the Kentucky Derby time was set 3 times on this very day in 3 different years. The first was in 1903 in the 29th Kentucky Derby. Hall Booker riding Judge Himes won in 2 minutes 9 seconds. In 1904 in the 30th Kentucky Derby, Shorty Pryor riding Elwood won in 2 minutes 8 seconds and 50. And in 1906, the 32nd Kentucky Derby, Roscoe Troxler abroad Sir won in 2 minutes 8 seconds. And that concludes our cast for this evening. On behalf of the news and technical teams, I'm Jaden Samuels reminding you, as always, to say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Good night.